It says, discuss and if necessary, approve salary increase of 2% for hospital and clinic employees. And so I'm going to kind of turn it over to Ray. This was a budgeted item.
If you recall back when we were doing our budget, we were preparing our budget, we said to our employees that we did not budget a salary increase for you. You will have to earn it. And I think that our employees have certainly met the challenge. If you look on the hospital side, our total expenses on the hospital side are $444,000, $869,000 under budget. Consolidated, we're under budget on total expenses, $670,218. So I think our employees have certainly stepped up and met the challenge. The way we would propose to do this, it would not be a 2% across the board. There would be a couple of, I guess, qualifying issues first. The first would be that anyone, and help me on this, employees, make sure I say it right, anyone employed after January the 1st would not be eligible for a salary increase, and that's consistent with what we've done historically. The other would be if you were employed during the first 6 months, your salary increase would be prorated based on the number of months that you would work. If you were hired at the end of the third quarter, at the end of the first quarter, you would receive 75% of what your raise would have been. Sorry. Yes. And it would not be across the board. What we do, each department would be allocated 2%, and they would distribute that among their employees based on the individual employees' evaluations. And
So some more, some less.
Some more, some less. Some none, perhaps. Yes. But it would not be. It would be up to the discretion of the department manager based on the evaluation of the employees as what they receive.
All right. Any discussion or questions about that? I'll tell you one thing I'd like to say. Thank you for making our budget work. Y'all did a fantastic job. Y'all exceeded my expectations. I'll be real honest. I was hoping that we could maybe milk this, squeeze blood out of this turnip, and maybe squeeze $500,000 out. And y'all have done that easily by the first half of the year. And I'll tell you my projection, my expectations, I think we're going to be at 1.1 or 1.2 unless the train just goes off the rails. But I think y'all are doing a great job. I think y'all took this challenge. I think y'all stepped up. I think y'all are standing there hitting home runs. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
I agree.
All right, so does anybody want to make a motion?
I move we do the 2% raise the way they've discussed.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just add that I don't think we can afford this. We have bill collectors beating on our doors. We can't pay them. We shouldn't give people raises.
Well, I think according to Robert's Rules of Orders, I'm going to step down temporarily as chair, and I'm going to let John Parker step in as chair so that I can discuss this. So, John, you will have to finish this motion until it is complete. So we have a motion and a second.
And I assume you're wanting to discuss now.
I do want to discuss. I think if you don't treat your employees correctly in a business, you might as well roll up and go home. I think that 2% in this current market is chicken feed compared to what some other industries are paying. My wife just got back from San Diego. She was offered $140 an hour as an RN. It came with an apartment. She'd be on 2 weeks, off 2 weeks, get tons and tons of hours. That was no shift if, that was nothing. I can tell you, we don't pay our physicians in the ER $140 an hour. I mean, maybe some of them do, but I mean, you don't get the drift of what I'm saying. At $140 an hour for an RN, that's nuts. And in Texas, we don't make near that. In Glen Rose, I don't think we make near that. And so I'm just saying, I think 2% is, I think if we keep working on this budget, I hope we can do more next year. And so, let the bill collectors keep knocking. I think you take care of your employees first.
that, Mr. President, I say amen. Anybody else want to discuss? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? I believe it carried it. 6-1.